Why do I think that TikTok is the best top of funnel platform right now? Meaning that it's the best ad platform and organic platform to increase your client acquisition. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you why I think that is the case, share some facts, numbers, stats, and just user behaviors on the platform. My name is Justin, and I'm the founder of Wizo Media, an e-commerce marketing agency specializing in elevating thriving brands by simplifying e-commerce growth. Before we get started, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, as well as turn on post notifications to be one of the first to know about these cutting-edge e-commerce marketing tips posted on the channel every week. So I've basically duplicated part of our info deck at the agency to kind of share some of these numbers with you, because I think this is not something that only the prospects that, request to see this should see. I think everybody on YouTube should see this right now. Anybody within the e-commerce space, in fact, should learn about these stats and numbers on TikTok. Okay, so it's basically, usually I introduce the prospects to our TikTok program, but a couple of things right here. So this actually comes from Common Threads Collective analysis of, which by the way is an agency in the US, analysis of the Facebook ad CPMs over the past year. So Facebook ad CPMs have increased by about 37% over the last year. That is since iOS 14 came up. And then during the same time, what happened? Well, TikTok came to life, right? This is the same moment that also TikTok started coming up to life. So you have the downfall of one platform on one end, the saturation, especially of that platform. Because again, if you've seen some other of my videos, I still like to use Facebook, but it is getting saturated right now to be on the platform. So the rise of a new platform, and basically when you think of TikTok, you think of an opportunity like it was back in 2017, on Facebook. You have pretty much the most advanced algorithm on the planet, because you have a mix of a social media platform with basically a more advanced algorithm than YouTube, right? Where the platform pushes your content, recommends it to the right people, and just works in your favor. The platform acts like wind, behind your back, essentially. And finally, you have a search engine that is more popular than Google's in 2021. That's right, literally there were more searches on the TikTok search bar than they were on Google last year, just to give you an idea of how popular the platform is around the world. And basically, well, obviously, as you know, getting good ROAS on Facebook, getting above 3x at scale is quite hard. Again, we're achieving 3x and above for a lot of clients. At scale, it's a little harder, right? Clients that are spending towards, 50,000 and above a month right now on ads are usually not the ones seeing a 10, 12, 20x ROAS on the platform. They're really hovering around maybe a 3 or 4x tops, right? So looking at that, thriving brands that are having some form of success, they're looking for other avenues to advertise or just post organically. So looking at TikTok, at the time of recording this video, it has over 1 billion monthly active users. So you have a lot of people on the platform. And secondly, literally about 50% of the users on the platform said TikTok made them buy a product. And that's a huge trend right now for a lot of e-commerce owners, right? So the type of content that they do is like, TikTok made me buy this, and then they kind of show their product, right? Or Amazon finds, right? Those are all trends that work amazingly well on the platform. So about 50% of the people took a buying decision. So 1 out of 2 users, which if we make an average, about 500 million users on the platform bought a product because they saw it on TikTok, okay? And right now it's still the #1 downloaded app in the US. So it's getting more and more users by the day, and the hundreds of thousands of new users essentially daily hopping on the platform, okay? So basically when people go on TikTok, they get incredibly low CPMs, as again, it's not saturated. And it's all about offer and demand, right? There's not a lot of people wanting to advertise on the platform. So TikTok is like, well, look, we have a lot of users on our platform, not a lot of advertisers. So for you to show up on these people's feeds, it's not gonna cost you a lot. Okay, whereas on Facebook, it's quite the opposite, right? We have a lot of users and we have a shit ton of advertisers. So if you wanna appear on these people's feeds, well, you're gonna have to compete against all of these other advertisers for the attention of our users. So you better start paying more if you wanna win those bids, right? So this is why the CPMs are lower on TikTok right now. So literally the average right now on the platform is about $1 to $2 for CPMs, meaning that it literally costs you like, you look at Facebook CPMs, the average is around $10. So it costs you 10 to 5 times less than it would to advertise on Facebook to reach the same amount of people. And the main thing that I keep repeating recently is volume negates luck. The more people you're in front of, and that is with any industry, any type of service, the more people you're in front of, the less you get lucky. It's not luck at this point. It's just, it's meant to happen. There will be people to convert because you're just in front of so many people that eventually it'll be inevitable for you to get some success with that. So by having lower CPMs, therefore you get lower costs per clicks. That's just a standard, right? Those metrics are directly linked to one another. So if you decrease your cost per click, also by increasing your click-through rates, right? Because basically your cost per click is influenced by two things: your CPM, which is the cost to be in front of 1,000 people, and the amount of people that click on your ads. That is your cost per click. So the better your ad creative and the lower your CPMs, the lower your cost per click. Okay, so the platform already gives you one part of that. You don't even have to figure it out, right? They give you low CPMs. Cool, you got a gift. The only part you have to figure out when you advertise on TikTok is not how to structure your audiences and not how you structure your ad account. It's how to structure your ad creatives. Once you figure that out, you get incredibly low cost per clicks. And again, it costs you barely nothing to get people to your website. Okay, so the amount of traffic you can drive and the amount of eyeballs you can get on your brand with TikTok is literally crazy. And looking at right now, basically out of about 2 million Shopify brands, only about 20,000 have a TikTok pixel installed on their website. And that was a couple of weeks back, actually. And I'm looking already right here today, it's actually closer to about 4%, 4 to 5% of the e-commerce brands, total e-commerce brands have a TikTok pixel installed. You wanna know what the stat is for Facebook? Well, stat is for Facebook 55%. And if you wanna fact check me, go check out this stat is taken by Store Leads, essentially, which if you take a look at the amount of brands that they have versus the amount of TikTok pixel installed, this is the numbers that come out of that. So huge number of people have a Facebook pixel. Not a lot of people have a TikTok pixel. So much different essentially for you to get on there, and the barrier to entry is much smaller at the moment than it would be for you to hop on Facebook. And finally on TikTok, the intent to buy is not necessarily there, which is good, right? It's a good thing, and brand owners might not realize that. A lot of people are like, well, yeah, the traffic is just shit. Okay, hear me out. What is your goal with top of funnel? Is it to get people to convert or to get people to basically start knowing about your brand and then eventually converts? It should be the latter, right? Your goal with top of funnel is obviously to get a couple conversions, to get a couple people to stick through the funnel at this first stage, first touch point with your brand. But if you are a TikTok user and you're on your phone, right? You just mindlessly scroll on the platform. So it's not necessarily a platform that makes you want to buy because you're not in the mindset to do that. You're in the mindset to just scroll and consume fast content. So it's also very important that if you are to advertise on TikTok, that you have a fast loading website. People, their patience on TikTok is much less than it is on Facebook. Facebook is still the platform by far that people have the best purchase intent. If you think of social media, obviously paid search, it would be Google for a fact. So again, coming back to TikTok, people are not in the intent to buy, but they're in the mood to browse, which is great. They're in the mood to learn about a new brand. They're also in the mood of looking at your product. So this is where you start putting an idea in people's brains. You're like, hey, we exist. Here are our products. Take a look at them. That's what people start doing. You'll get a few purchases for sure on TikTok. We have clients that are ROAS positive on TikTok, but a lot of them will need to supplement the strategy with Facebook, Instagram because again, they're still very good platforms at retargeting. So nonetheless, both combined, they're gonna kill it. So this is why I think TikTok, all in all, is the best platform right now for top of funnel, just in the way the platform is formatted and based on all these stats that I just shared in today's video. This, again, is why I think TikTok is the leading platform for your top of funnel. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand or store owner watching this video and you're making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I invite you to click on the first link in the description down below to book a very short demo call with our team. On that call, we'll take a look at your brand and introduce you to our TikTok program. And if we both see a fit, then we'll extend an invitation over to you and help you scale through TikTok as well as omni-channel marketing. All right, so on that note, make sure you check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you in next video. Peace.